Here with Heath Hall from Pork Barrel Barbecue, and is the president-elect of the NBBQA. So first and foremost, before we get into the presidential stuff, updates on Pork Barrel, what's happening, what's new? Is there more Q Cologne that'll be coming out this year?
Well, for you, Greg, anytime you need a bottle, you just let me know. I've got my special Barbecue Central stash that, as the inaugural purchaser of a bottle of Q Cologne, there's always one for you. For us at Pork Barrel, our big push this year is we're launching a line of pork rinds. About 2 years ago, we dipped our toe in the snack food with bacon jerky.
Bacon jerky, I remember that.
And then last year we launched bacon cheddar popcorn. And this year we're going with pork rinds. We've had a lot of success in the snack food aisle, and are really excited to get those out soon.
How do you go about sourcing pork rinds?
Similar to doing sauce or rub. You find a co-packer, unless you happen to have your own facility, which we don't yet. So we went around the country and found a few, did some sampling from them, got some pricing, determined which one we liked the best, which one was at the most affordable price, which one had the capacity to make what we thought we were going to need. And from that, we kind of looked at all of those factors and chose the one that looked like was going to be the best for us.
Is there a flavor of pork rind, or is it just the general pork flavor, or do you have a selection?
We're going to do 4 flavors. You may not know this, actually. It's kind of interesting. Pork rinds are the fastest growing snack food item in this country. Number 1 snack food in the Hispanic population, and also a growing snack food in all the folks that are dieting on the low-carb, no-carb diet.
Because this fits in?
Because it's like 1% carb. Mm-hmm. So guys, gals 5 years ago would have been like, pork rind, no way. Now they can't eat chips and things like that, but they want a salty snack, and so they're going with pork rinds. So we'll have the original flavor, which is just plain salt, kind of like a plain potato chip of pork rinds. A lot of people like those because they like to put their favorite hot sauces or barbecue sauce or some kind of condiment on them. Then we'll have a hot and spicy. We'll have a salt and vinegar. And then we're also doing a barbecue one, which is fashioned off of our original all-purpose spice rub.
From the flagship product standpoint, sales are still brisk for you guys?
Yeah, so we've been focusing a lot more on our rubs recently. It's a little bit of a more open market than sauce. Sauce is challenging. You got 3 or 4 giants out there. And then you got so many really good barbecues from folks that are on the competition circuit or have restaurants. So it's a really crowded space. So we've really focused a lot on our rubs. We are launching a new steak rub in addition to the previous 2 rubs, which are all-purpose rub and a poultry rub. And those are in Costco's. Sam's Club is picking them up in about 200 stores nationwide, and then they're in the rest of the stores seasonal.
Is that a heavy salt, heavy... I was going to say charcoal, heavy salt, heavy pepper-based kind of a rub?
So it's not heavy salt. It's kind of a medium salt. No sugar, which is a little bit different. No sugar in it. It's got multiple kinds of chilies in it. We've got ancho, we've got chipotle, we've got cayenne. There's a lot of garlic and onion, toasted onion. When we were kind of developing this, we're in D.C., right? And a lot of people in D.C. don't have nice yards where they can bring out their smokers. They live in an apartment, and they don't have the opportunity to do a lot of grilling. So we were kind of like thinking, how do we infuse some of the smoky flavor without having to have the smoke? And so we have a lot of the smoked chilies in there. So it's got a nice smoky hint to it. We use it at the restaurant on all of our meats, our briskets, our pork butts, our ribs, our chicken. So it's a real versatile product. And we've already done about 1 million pounds this year for Costco and Sam's Club, so we're off to a real good start.
All right, so sounds like things are going well on the Pork Barrel side.
Yeah.
As we switch it over to NBBQA, you're going to be the president-elect, so you've had some pretty good presidential predecessors, Linda Orson, obviously, and then most recently Mark Lambert, who will finish out this year, and then you'll take over next year. What do you like that's happening right now, and then I guess what will be your presidential vision to carry out during your term?
Well, I don't think we can move forward without recognizing the work that Linda Orson has done. The organization was in a place of, kind of on a precipice of which way was it going to go. Was it going to, not exist anymore, or was it going to turn into something that it really could be? And there's no one that deserves more credit in kind of turning the ship than Linda. And so Linda really got us out of the shallow end and is helping to push us into the deep end. And I think that Mark is continuing that effort. And I think if you just look over the past couple of years, the direction of the organization is going, in totally the right direction. We're getting more members. We're getting more, we've got Ace Hardware here this week. That's a key sponsor. We got great companies like Traeger and Weber, Grill Great. We've got a lot of folks from all over the country coming in. I would like to utilize my 2 years as president to really take that momentum and multiply our growth. The growth potential of this organization is huge. We've only touched the tip of the iceberg. We really have so many incredible opportunities to grow this organization from a member perspective. If you're, just jumping into the barbecue industry, you're making a major mistake if you're not joining the NBBQA, because, and you can validate what I'm about to say, the centuries of knowledge that are here this weekend. You've got guys like Mike Mills, Sweet Baby Ray, you've got Famous Dave, you've got Myron Mixon. The brain trust of barbecue is here. And at events like this, you can just pick their brains. Hey, Famous Dave, I'm interested in opening up a restaurant. You've got 200 of them. Let's talk. Right. Dave Raymond, your barbecue sauce brand sells hundreds of millions of dollars a year. I have a barbecue sauce I'd like to get into stores. Let's talk. The free knowledge that you can get, which could save you, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars if you learn to avoid a mistake before you make it. If you hear an idea that you hadn't thought about, and that's the stuff you can learn here. So I really want to get those, those guys and gals that are starting barbecue restaurants or looking to do a spice rub or a sauce, or they have the next great grill company or the great grill accessory. And then I also want to bring in those established companies. We got Weber here this week. I'd like to get more of those kind of institutional brands that have really defined barbecue over the past 50 years. Yeah, come out and join us. It's a great time.
He is your next NBBQA president, Heath Hall. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you coming.